Hi guys, my name is Alyssa Carmack. I am a property manager at Copper Beach Townhomes in Bowling Green, Ohio, which is about 2 hours north of where you're sitting right now. I have been up in BG for 10 years now. I went to school here and got my degree in special education. And then I went to grad school and got my master's in school counseling, which is what my mom does, as most of you know. I thought that that's the road I wanted to go down, so I taught for 2 years and then decided education wasn't exactly what I thought it was going to be. It wasn't something I enjoyed the way I wanted to enjoy my career. So about 2 years ago, I decided to stop teaching, and I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know where I was headed, but I worked 3 jobs. I did all 3 part-time. I worked at a bank, I was a server, and I worked at Copper Beach, which is where I work now, but I was a community assistant there. I worked about 15 hours a week. I just did front office things. I answered the phones, emails, did like more secretary side of things. A few months later, my boss came to me and promoted me to a full-time leasing manager, so I quit the other jobs, went there full-time, was in charge of leasing, overseeing people that were in my previous position, making sure that we get leases signed, talking to future residents, parents, giving tours. A few months later, we actually needed an AGM, which is an assistant general manager or assistant property manager. So she promoted me to that. I had a different set of roles there, and then a few months fast forward as well, here I am as the property manager. So I've been the property manager at Copper Beach now since I would say maybe a month or two. Hasn't been that long. I moved to the company very quickly, but my job now, I can give you a rundown of a day-to-day. So I am in charge of all of my staff members in the office. I also have a maintenance crew staff I'm in charge of. So they're the ones that do the work orders in the property. So if someone's toilet breaks or their washer machine doesn't work anymore, they go and make sure all that's taken care of. I oversee my main office staff, so I make sure we are getting leases signed, we're having tours that are run correctly, we're answering all phones, emails, incoming, we're making sure that we're signing leases for next year, we're pushing forward. So, we reach 100% every year, but it's important that we stay doing that. We have to compete with other properties in Bowling Green. We rent to mostly students, so just making sure that I keep our property number one and the best is most of my job. Making sure our residents are happy, they're doing their part, I'm doing my part. I have to make sure we're paying out our contractors, so those people that come to our property to replace carpet or tile or paint or our air conditioner systems, if they don't get paid on time, they'll stop coming to our property, they won't want to work with us, so I'm in charge of making sure that aspect is taken care of as well. So I do a lot of behind the scenes things, and right now I just do a lot of just making sure we are leasing. It's our biggest leasing season right now, which you'll know about one day. When you're getting your own place, you'll have to go through the tours and talk to people about why their property is the best over someone else's or why you want to stay there over that. So you'll talk to somebody like us one day. But that's like a quick snapshot of my day-to-day. I would say the best part of my job is the fact that I get to work with people. I love working with people. I love working in an office. I love talking to people. I'm not somebody that could just work by myself. I love working as a group. So I think that's awesome that I have a lot of great employees. And I would say another part of my job is that I'm my own boss. I've always said I wanted to be a manager. I want to be the boss. I didn't know what that was going to look like, but I always truly believed that one day I would be a manager of something. Here we are. So I feel like that's pretty cool about my own job. I am my own boss. The worst part of my job is also the people. As you know, or may not know, you'll one day know that people aren't always the best to work with, especially when it comes to a living situation. If it's not their expectation, they can not always be the nicest. So just dealing with basic customer service skills and people that are complaints, or there's always going to be someone that's upset about something. You can't always please everybody. So I would say that's probably the worst part of my job. Some advice I would give to you guys for your careers would be to do not settle. If I would have settled, I would have been unhappy and I would have been teaching, which there's nothing wrong with teaching. A lot of people love being teachers, but I just knew that that's not what I loved. So don't settle. Don't do something with the degree you go to college with, or if you don't go to college, don't think you can't get a great job. There's so many opportunities and room for growth and potential for all of you if you just believe in yourself. And I got hired into a company as a part-time position. I had no idea that a year and a half later I'd be running the property that I was once a very small part of. So just believe in yourself and work really hard would be my advice to you guys, and always make sure that you put your happiness first, and just make sure you do a job that you love. And if it's not, then go find a job you love, because you'll find one. And then when it comes to interviews, I actually just got done interviewing like 3 people this past week. And the one thing that sticks out to me is if you have confidence. Like, if you don't believe in yourself, why would the person interviewing you believe in you? Sell yourself and be comfortable with what you bring to the table, and know that you're the best for that job. And if you feel that confident and you sound that confident, then the person interviewing you is going to feel as confident about it as you do. And also ask good questions. Always have a question to ask them. And then the one question I feel like stumps a lot of people is always know your weaknesses. They're always going to ask you. Obviously, you know your strengths, but always have a really good weakness as well that you can talk about. And something that you can show how it's a weakness, but I also shined through it. So that would be my interview advice for you guys as well. I wish I was able to talk in person with you guys today, but as 2020 being is the weirdest year we've had, here we are. So thanks for watching, and have a good rest of your day, guys. Bye.